Good morning and welcome into the Martin Morning Reports. I'm incredibly overly excited about what I've done here. I don't think people realize how much this warms the cockles of my heart to have this hanging right here. Anyway, let's get to the Martin Morning Report. It is the February 7th, and wow, a lot to get to because it was a big Tuesday night and a huge night for milestones. Number one on the list, 1,000 point scores. I mean, what are we talking about here? There were so many coming in last night. 1,000 here, 1,000 there. In Atlantic, it was Peyton Harder getting 1,000 career points. Not exactly in Atlantic. She is an Atlantic player. She did it in Harlan. Also, 1,000 point scorer, Sarah Brown of Lamar's, also reaching 1,000. Everybody in the state of Missouri scored their 1,000th point last night. Actually, it wasn't everybody. It was Kendall Noland of South Holt, and it was Aiden Blackford from North Nottoway, and it was Derek Quinlan from Maryville. So everybody in Northwest Missouri scored 1,000 career points. That is 5 1,000-point scores in one night. Also last night, the Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson boys setting a new standard in their program with their 16th win. What a year for Donnie Johnson and his team as they roll to a win over Lamar's. Carson Kelly of Woodbine breaking the single season three-point makes record. He is now made 59 on the year. Moving on, number two, big help last night from the old school. Ricky Torres, Lewis Central head coach, Denison alum, well as Denison Schleswig former team, knocked off Kemper Catholic in overtime, and it helps his Titans clinch an outright Hawkeye 10 Conference championship. If Kemper had won that game, and they nearly did, it would have been a share, but no shares this time around. Underwood clinched an outright Western Iowa Conference championship last night on the KMA Extreme. They were outstanding as they take down Trainer. Very similar game to the one that was at Trainer. Now Underwood is a perfect 20-0. They go undefeated in the Western Iowa Conference, and they are the outright WIC champs. Sioux City East clinched the Missouri River Conference championship outright with their win over Sioux City North. Ankeny Christian girls and boys both clinch outright regular season championships. On the girls' side, it meant an undefeated, actually on the boys' side, it meant an undefeated conference mark. It was both of them undefeated conference mark. East Mills, also already a corner conference champion in the tournament and in the regular season, finished the corner conference undefeated. All right, moving on to number three, St. Albert girls. What a win last night, a battle of ranked teams. They knock off Nottoway Valley 59-47. Kind of wondering what that might look like. Well, we found out as St. Albert gets the victory. Ella Klessman, Missy Evazek, Ava Underwood. How about Underwood grabbing 17 rebounds, 8 points, 3 steals? This is a St. Albert team. They just keep coming at you with new faces over and over and over again. And they did it again last night as they knock off Nottoway Valley. Now, I will mention Nottoway Valley, maybe not 100% Lindsey Davis last evening. I'm not going to make any excuses, though. St. Albert's a very, very good team. Trainer got a big overtime win over Underwood on the girls' side. They could play again when the Cardinals open regional play. Underwood must beat Shenandoah to get to that point, but we could see another Trainer Underwood rematch. And I'm Coach Joe Chapman for Trainer. Obviously, it's not something I'm exactly inviting, considering it was an overtime victory. Now, obviously, Coach Chapman and his team not going to be afraid of anybody, but that's a tough matchup. Fremont Mills finishes the regular season undefeated. They get a dominant win in girls basketball over Southwest Valley. Also, Battle of the Valleys in Missouri. Platte Valley knocks off Nottoway Valley in a high-stakes standout girls basketball game. Callie Redden had 16 points for Platte Valley. Very impressed also last night by the Harlan boys as they get a 20-point win over Atlantic, and they hold the high-scoring superstar Colton Rasmussen to 4 points. Impressive stuff there. You always know Mitch Osborne has something lined up when a scorer comes into the gym. I mean, he did it to me. Not exactly. Nice win for Audubon last night as well. On the boys' side, they edge IK and Manning. 4 players were in double figures. Murray got a nice victory in the Bluegrass Conference over Mormon Trail by 13. And how about Exira Elkhorn Kimballton, boys, knocking off Red Oak by 14. This is a Spartans team that's playing very, very well here of late. Top scorers from last night. As we move to number 4, McLean Housen of West Harrison. She was the top scorer. She had 31 points and 13 rebounds for the Hawkeyes. Gracie Peck of Seymour right behind her with 30. Rest of your 20-point scores. Izzy Weldon of Fremont Mills had 26. Charlie Pryor of Woodbine, 25. Tatum Backemeyer of Elmwood Murdoch in Nebraska had 24. Maya Shanks of Mormon Trail and Addison Wadley of Melcher Dallas, plus Lizzie Schleter from EA. East Atchison, 22 points for all of those girls. Bailey Busby of Northeast Nottoway had 21 points. Erica Rust of Harlan and Addison Adams of Griswold also scoring 20. Number 5 on the boys' side last night. Kendall Nolan, your leading scorer. He had 37 points for Southold, also 10 rebounds. They beat St. Joe Christian. Great win. And as mentioned, 1,000 career points now for Kendall. Also last night, Carter Groover of Woodbine, 35 at a win over Westwood. Dane Jansen of Missouri Valley had 32 in their win over West Monona. Dawson Nelson continuing to drop big crooked numbers, 30 points for Nottoway Valley last night in a loss to Cam. Meanwhile, Max DeVries and Chase Jotty had 29. Matt Binder and Cash Emgarten, 27. Colin Headland of East Atchison scored 26. Connor Pruitt of Wayne, 25. Derek Tonjes of Ashland Greenwood. Jaden Calabro of TJ, 24. I just like saying that name. Roman Keefe, Lance Arkfeld, Caden Stream, all 23 points. Bowden White, Jax Pryor, Derek Quinlan, all 22 points. Lots of point scores last night. Luke Weavers, AJ Harder, Jonathan Bergmeyer, Aiden Blackford, all scoring 21. Ray Snyder and Alex Madsen all had 20 points. And one final note on Ray Snyder, those 20 points, it comes with a little mess around triple-double. Rest in peace, Stu Scott. 20 points, 15 boards, 11 assists. Stu Scott used to say, messed around and got a triple-double. That's what Ray Snyder did last night. And that is your Martin Morning Report. As you can see, we now have a little bit of a background sign. Exciting times here on the MMR. Have a great Wednesday. We'll talk with you maybe tomorrow, probably on Friday.